Hey guys, this is WoodysGamertag, the unexceptional gamer, and I make Call of Duty videos designed to help my unexceptional brethren win games through tactics and knowledge. So here's headquarters. You don't see a lot of headquarters on YouTube. I'm not sure why, but I like this game. I've been playing Mosh Pit almost exclusively in an effort to sort of broaden my skill base for the game battles team. I have a lot of experience with domination and TDM. So headquarters is different than it was in COD 4, and then there's a couple key changes. One of them right off the bat is the random spawn. So there is no set spawn point in headquarters, as far as I can tell, the whole game through. It doesn't matter if the other team has the headquarters or not. You'll spawn randomly all game long. And that's kind of nice because in COD 4, with the spawn, sometimes a team would have a huge advantage for a particular headquarters than the other one. It would be almost impossible to win that particular one because every time they died, they would spawn right next to it and you would be running across the map. And it was almost like you had a respawn delay and they didn't. So that was a huge improvement. And then the other thing is there's a delay before you can capture the headquarters. And you can see that delay. It's not on my screen right now, but in the top right corner of the game, it'll tell you how long it is before you can cap the headquarters, or in this case, how long it is before they max out in points and that headquarters comes offline. The maximum amount of points you can get for headquarters, for any given headquarters, is 65. So it takes, I guess, about 4 or 5 of them to win the game. Probably 5. Anyway, headquarters for me is it's two things that I keep in mind when I play this game. One is map control. All the objective games boil down to map control. It doesn't matter if it's cap the flag, where you need to own your own flag and then a lane back and forth, or if it's domination, where you want to own, say, 2/3 of the map and just not let them pass B for most of the linear maps. But in headquarters, you want to just sort of patrol the area, own that a little, I'll call it a radius around the headquarters, and not let them come to it. And the other half of headquarters is managing your KD. So in the beginning of this game, I get on a 4-kill streak relatively quickly, and then I find myself kind of itching to get on the headquarters, to cap it, to destroy it, and you can see the team is doing fairly poorly, and I'm not doing enough to help them. But like I said, it's a balance. You know, I had this 4-kill streak, and I'm trying to help out. Every part of me wants to jump in there and do my job, you know, which is, you know, clear that place out and cap it. But I also know that I can help the team a whole lot if I get to the kill streaks and then have, you know, say a Harrier and a Pablo up there doing damage. So there's a balance between jumping right on the hot zone, you know, almost a suicide run right at the hot zone, and playing a little TDM and getting the air support that can help out your team. So in this case right now, my team was telling me, hey, don't bother, we got this thing on lockdown, so we're all set. So I have, I think, a 5 or 6 kill streak at the moment, and I'm right on the, I found myself next to the headquarters. So I figured I would just go in here, and I'm trying to own the map. There's one person in this game that I know before, and that's Onslaught, and he brought a friend or two. So the person that I know in this game, he's a beast. I'm asking him to keep me alive while I call in that Predator. And it gets me a triple kill, which is nice, because that finishes out my kill streaks, takes me from 6 to 9, and I had that Harrier and the Predator, or Harrier and the Pablo. So what you're seeing me doing here is sort of a balance between getting the air support for my team and actively being on the headquarters, capping it and destroying it and doing my thing there. So that guy came in and cleaned us all up. It was kind of unfortunate, but there's one guy who hangs out a little later, and I find it hard to get the long kill streaks in this game type because you know, unless you're being really selfish, you can run in there and die at the end of every headquarters. You know, if you cap the headquarters, eventually you'll find yourself in a 6-on-1, and that's a hard thing to survive. Like this guy here, he's getting attacked from the left and the right and from nades, and that ends it. If he wanted to run up his kill streak, he could have just ran away and gave up the headquarters, but that's not how you win games. So there's a balance there. There's a balance between, you know, getting up the air power and capping the headquarters. So headquarters is a little different than domination in that if you put multiple people on the flags, it doesn't cap any faster. So I know that they had just capped that headquarters above my head here. I'm saying head a whole lot. Worst commentary ever. But so it makes me cautious about running out into the open because I have this notion that they're up there looking at that alley to my left, and that heading in that way is going to be certain death. So I drop it on the middle here because I know that everyone's going to be sprinting across the middle trying to get to that headquarters. But someone takes a Harrier there right before me. They get a hit marker, but not a kill. So I think we cap this here in just a second, even without my help. And I would have killed that guy, but it was all we needed. All right, so we don't have this yet. Anyway, now the whole kill streak business is over. I've got some air power up there doing work, and my team has capped the headquarters, so that's good. Now the thing about holding headquarters is you have to work together. And like I said, there's one guy in here that I knew before, and I tend to work together even with randoms. I talk on the mic a lot, and I'm often surprised, or happily surprised with how much they listen. If I tell a guy to lock down an area or to watch my back, then often they do that. People are out there thirsting for people who work together as a team. I bet you guys are in that same boat, that if you found someone who talked and who worked and coordinated, that you'd be happy to cooperate with that guy and go for the win. Provided he's not being selfish and saying crap like "keep me alive" while I run my chopper gunner. But what happened there is my teammate's looking out the window, and it took me a little while to realize it. But he had that doorway covered by virtue of the fact that he looked out the window, and no one was looking at this doorway to the right. So I sort of became aware of that and started watching this doorway on the right. So now the headquarters is over, but I hear with my headset that there's another guy coming, and I watch that doorway one more time and hold it down. So I have a 3 kill streak, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe I can work my way up to another Pavlo and get things done, but not at the risk of losing this game. When I didn't help out on the flags, the other team, or the headquarters, the other team capped the first 2, and that's not good news, right? I left them, maybe even you could argue a man down while I was working that up. But on the other hand, while I had the Harrier and the Pavlo up, we were able to easily cap that other one. So it's balance, and it's not easy to do. So I think my team caps this headquarters in a moment. Yep. So now we're setting up map control. There's only 2 ways to get up there. One is this stairway on the bottom, and the other is across the roof. So I'm working the bottom here, making sure that people can't come in. And they all want to, but the answer is no. So I think there's 2 of us patrolling the bottom, and I'm just here looking at the different entrances. On the left is really 2 entrances. They can come from the side of the map, and they can come from the main tunnel. And because of the random spawn, you never know where they're coming from. They might spawn outside in the snow, back where, say, the alpha spawn is there, or they might spawn in the other corner by the headquarters we just captured. It's totally random, and you don't know where it's going to be. So I'm just down here patrolling the stairs, trying to make sure that they don't get up. And I do work my way to the Predator, and I keep looking. That's 6 and no 7, so rough luck. But at least in that case I did my job, which was to fight until my death, and I think we held the headquarters for the entire length there, which is a good thing. And that guy had Painkiller. My aim could have been better there. I don't think every shot was on target, but it's hard to beat a guy with Painkiller. They have 3 times the health that you do. So there you go. He had Painkiller respawn right next to me, and sometimes that happens. So I realize that the headquarters is up there, and I want to sprint to it, right? It's my nature to sprint to these things. But I hear this guy with my headset, and getting to the headquarters isn't the point. Holding the headquarters is the point. So if you don't have map control around this thing, then you're not going to win anyway. They're just going to nade you or shoot you. You got to have this thing locked down. So I cap this headquarters. I get 1 more kill to hold it for the last points, and that's it. So I think, what am I, 24 and 5? It's hard to read on my screen, or maybe 25 and 4, I think. And I think I get the most headquarters captured accolade. So this was a successful game for me. I did sort of that balance right between running up the kills, making life hard for them, and also capping the headquarters and getting the game won. And I don't know if you noticed there, but we were down 6 men to 4 at one point, but it still went the way it's supposed to, and we got that win. So that's cool. And I guess since I have a little bit of time, I'll throw out that progress on the man cave is still going. The hardwood floors are in. The TV's mounted on the wall. It's going to serve double duty as kind of a guest room. So there's a bed that's mostly mounted. It's a loft bed. I put that up on the wall last night. Needs more support, but it's mostly up on the wall. Just don't jump in it. And a lot of parts are flowing in every day, so that's really cool. And the other thing is that the March of Dimes donations has crossed $8,000. That's amazing, and I'm so happy. So, best subscribers on YouTube. You guys are awesome, and thank you so much. So, that's my update. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time.